A humanoid figure walks along the jungle floor. Its wooden body creaks as it moves, stepping in a mechanical manner through the undergrowth. For days, it's been heading towards its mother. It knows not what that means, only that there is a warmth reaching out to it, a warmth that would do almost anything to feel. Memories of a beautiful voice singing fill its mind as it moves mother. It knows not what that word means, but still it is compelled to use it. It just makes sense. She was taken. It remembers now. The man took her. The man must die. Back in Koi, the festival is in full swing, with plenty of food, drinks, and games to be had. Games that our party has been enjoying with full delight. We cut to Raiji and Renistir preparing for the porridge eating contest. You guys are attempting to down 6 bowls of rice porridge as fast as possible. The contestant who finishes all their bowls quickest and keeps them down wins. You can choose to eat 3 bowls at a time with a -4 circumstance penalty to your fortitude save. You can choose to eat 2 bowls at a time, which is a -2 circumstance penalty to your fortitude save. Or you can choose to eat 1 bowl at a time, which is a +2 circumstance penalty or bonus to your fortitude save.
Is all this porridge poured out of one big bowl or container?
Whether each of them gets 6 bowls.
I know, but to fill the bowls.
Yeah, there's a big cooking vat that's just full of porridge, yes.
He poisons the whole thing.
Could poison the whole thing, so I know they'll do fine with that.
Yeah, but then you'd be poisoning people.
It most likely wouldn't kill them.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Please don't.
No.
Rat poison. Oh, no.
Yeah, so there is
Lighter
5
fluid.
contestants at a time. They set you guys up with 6 bowls of porridge in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You got how many bowls you want to try to eat in the first go-round?
3.
2.
Okay, yeah, so you make a fortitude save -4 circumstance. You make one -2 circumstance. Tell me what you get.
19.
15.
Okay. You both gobble up the food. You're making pretty good time. Obviously, if you do another 3 and you get it down, you would easily win because no one else eats that fast. There is one other person, looks like a dwarven woman, heavily tattooed face, that's keeping pace with Renistir, though. Fairly burly woman. But yeah, what's next? How many?
3. Renistir, do 5 just to show him who's boss.
I doubt I can do 4.
Yeah, you can max do 3 at a time.
Do 2 again.
Okay. -4, -2.
18.
15.
DC is 15. So as you start gobbling, that dwarven woman absolutely throws up everywhere with a critical failure on a natural 1. You just as fast as you run, fly through these 6 bowls of porridge. You literally can't do it quicker. That's around.
Are you
right?
in the splash
down
zone?
6 bowls of porridge in 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
They call it there. You don't have to keep eating because
Tell me this man isn't inspired by Goku.
But, yeah, for real. And you get a.
At least you got a free meal out of it.
Yeah, no, I was just, Oh, thank you. Wait, this was a contest?
You were like seasoning it and stuff. Yeah, when does it start?
You get a greater ration tonic, which, if you drink it, nourishes you for 1 week.
Holy shit.
You do not have to eat for 1 week, which is 10 days.
Your stomach just inflates.
Just get bloated.
And you know what's next? Storytelling.
Story time.
Tell me a story, Aimon. Gather around, children, and
what would
Raiji
you know?
just plops sitting down with the
The
children.
3 storytellers
Kicks a kid.
for this heat are Phosphorus, Aimon, and Naito.
Weird. Raiji should have
I
joined.
want some like stupid farmer
There
story.
was once this fighter. He was super strong.
Yeah.
The good,
You
the
could
bad,
tell the book
ratty.
you read. Yeah.
I could
It's
just
literally a
tell.
children's
I could
book.
just tell how I want to fight everybody in the room.
Yeah.
I'm going to do lethal weapon.
And I could beat up him, and I could beat up him.
This guy is worth at least 1/2 a Renistir, so I could beat him up.
You should just do the story of Dragon Ball.
So how this works?
Yes.
There's this kid with a tail.
There is a basic stage setup. The contestants are asked to tell a story in front of the crowd. Whoever gets the loudest applause is crowned the winner. They have a couple judges next to the stage that determine the crowd noise. How it works mechanically is you make a recall knowledge check using any skill to aid yourself. It must relate to the story you're telling, obviously. And then you make 2 performance checks added up. to determine the strength of your applause. So, what kind of story are each of you telling?
Can
There
I
once
cast
was a hero named Rednard the Red.
guidance on myself, and would prestidigitation help in my storytelling whatsoever?
Yes.
Flourish and lights,
But
sounds,
Probably wouldn't help on this recall knowledge check.
Yeah,
so I
just
need to
a
know
little,
what
like,
kind of story are you telling?
performance aspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what kind of story are you telling?
I would like to tell the fall of the first rat folk alchemist.
Okay. Would it change your mind if that's a religion check? Probably is what that would be.
Yeah, well, fuck.
He's an alchemist crafting.
That's kind of what I was banking
Yeah,
on.
we can do that. I'll allow crafting.
If you just tell the details of everything he crafted.
He just turns on the Home Depot music. in the
I mean, you
background.
can theoretically use any skill that requires that
Acrobatics.
allows you to recall knowledge.
His story was shit, but his set building was immaculate.
I would just tell the story. I would just kind of make a play on the story of my parents. So
Okay.
I would tell a story of obviously my mom isn't a princess, but I'd be like, Princess Catherine gets rescued by the hero drow named Kyvel from the dungeons, and they live happily ever after.
Yeah.
Raiji is
But I would make a play on
enraptured.
that story of how this princess got captured below the mountains, and this hero goes through things to come and rescue her from this prison.
I love both of those so much because they relate to who you are as characters that I will just give you the critical success result of whatever check you would make.
Oh.
And you guys both just get a +2 to your performance rolls.
I really needed that.
And then
Okay.
anything to bolster your actual performance.
I have alchemical bombs.
Why don't you make a crafting check?
22.
Okay. You
Guidance and prestidigitation.
Yeah, you won't need to make a check because you're just doing that. You just do prestidigitation, right?
Yep.
So Aimon makes 2 performance checks with a +4 circumstance bonus. Phosphorus make 2 performance checks with a +3 circumstance bonus.
Is that including guidance?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a +1.
You'll probably the first one will just be +4. The second one will be +3 because guidance lasts for a check. 6 seconds.
Sounds good.
No, it's supposed to.
I can always cast it again.
You can only benefit from it once an hour.
True.
Use your spellcasting.
Come back after intermission for the second half of my story.
I'll live a second one if it's shit. So I got a 15 for my first one.
25 for my first one.
Well, fuck.
Okay, and then let's go another one. Both of you +3.
Can't believe Aimon's more charismatic.
The
than
dangerous enemy,
Phosphorus.
the blood root that captured her.
Yeah, a natural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Well, fuck.
And Naito tells a very religious story relating to Grim and the Boneyard. Ooh. Okay.
Hey, I beat someone.
Yeah.
He was in the porridge contest, just
Naito-
vomits everywhere.
Naito definitely tells a story, but he tells it in a way that it almost starts to feel like you're being lectured. Not like it's a performative,
It's-
like meant to be enjoyed.
It's a
little stick,
stage
slaps
rendition
the
of the Passion of the Christ.
Oh, no.
And yeah, I mean, the applause is clearly loudest for Aimon, closely followed
Sparkling
by
lights.
Phosphorus. Not a lot of applause for Naito.
You stink!
Fuck you! And you get
Throwing bottles at him.
potion of shared memories.
Oof.
So you can a potion of shared memories can transfer recollections from one creature to another. To place a memory in the potion, you must hold the vial and focus on a particular memory for 1 minute. This memory must be of a single event, location, person, or otherwise encompass a span of about 1 minute. The clear fluid takes on a shimmering hue reminiscent of the stored memory and gains a slightly sweet taste. Upon consuming the potion, the drinker vividly recalls the memory and thereafter can remember it as easily as a memory they actually experienced. An unwilling drinker can refuse to absorb the memory. And it is empty. You can put a memory in it. Not that you have to do that now, but...
I take it and I walk over to Renistir and I flick it to him.
Shatters on the ground.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Like
man, why don't
dexterity
you
shit.
make an acrobatics check for me? Not actually.
No.
You don't
I
have
end
to.
my story with a
What
little
is it
flame
called?
on my finger talking about how the flame of true love never truly dies out. And then I
I blow it out.
bow.
then-
Foster comes up. Dick.
You realize the whole time that she's just been asleep. Like,
And he's like, honestly, I like the rat story better.
Honestly,
What's-
that Kaito guy.
what's that potion called?
Naito.
Because Aimon
Kaito.
gave it to me.
That sounds like
Potion
what
of
Raiji
shared
would remember.
memory.
Yes.
That Kaito dude.
That
Memory.
Kaito, bro? That kite, bro?
You know what's next.
You know what's next.
You've been waiting for it all day
So,
long.
important question.
The water thing we're doing.
Who's the anchor? Who's the first to go?
Oh.
I would
one of you
probably
swims
say
across.
out of
You're the
two of us,
anchor.
One of
The,
you
the
swims
way back or the start?
I'll start. You
To be completely transparent, this is a athletics check. None of you have a swim speed, so
I thought
athletics?
Renister did.
no, he does not.
Oof.
No, I just have decent
Well, it's athletics.
Yeah. Okay.
So wherever the higher athletics would be,
I could have
That's
done
where
pretty
he
good
is.
at this.
Yeah, mine's
You-
9.
Step, baby.
Can you run on the water?
That's
Get
cheating.
bonuses because you have a higher just base movement speed as well. You're actually probably pretty even because he's better at athletics, but you move quicker in general. So
okay.
it kind of.
It's a, I don't know. Do you want to?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay,
Great. I
yeah.
have the pressure.
So 3 teams compete at a time. They
Do you
set you
keep
up
your
on one
armor
side
on?
of the dock.
3 teams
Yes.
compete at once.
Do you actually keep your armor on?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
He walks across the bottom.
Probably
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who does that.
Renister, take a walk.
Yeah, the
Just drown.
man, do I forget his name? But the guy who is the head of the dock workers guild is kind of set up in what looks like a big lifeguard-esque chair.
No running.
Twirling his whistle.
And he does have a whistle that signifies when you guys start. And he says, "Take your marks, get set." So give me an athletics check, Raiji,
Okay.
with a +3 circumstance bonus.
I'll use a card. Okay, well, that's worth it. Okay. You said a plus what?
3 circumstance bonus.
23.
Okay. You get halfway across, and you are neck and neck with a very slim but athletic dock worker, bald guy, human.
Mm-hmm.
He's tearing through the water as well.
Damn, it's the hair.
And then give me another one.
And that dock
cocked.
worker's name
Reroll.
was Michael Phelps.
From the waist down, he is
Plus
a
3,
mermaid.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He says big thighs.
25.
Slaps the water like a
25.
meteor.
All of you, including the woman who fell behind, reached the end of the dock. She got a natural 20 with basically at the exact same time.
Jesus.
Yeah. I sure hope you guys don't get a combat because I'm wasting all of my good rolls. You guys fly across. You probably span 100 feet in like 20 seconds tops.
Okay.
And then you all, the 3 on the other side, dive in.
I sing the song of my people, and I'm guided by the stars.
Just a lizard gurgle.
Oh, you're
Guided by the
Rose does.
stars.
Yeah. I sing the song of my people.
I cast guidance on.
Guided by
Okay.
the stars.
Natural 20.
Shit.
Oh,
What is that with your? I
29.
guess it doesn't matter.
30 with the plus
He
1.
just kicks
Yeah.
his feet a lot like a propeller.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
doesn't even move his arms.
leg flaps
I
are
mean,
like
they put
flippers.
up a decent fight, but you get there a good couple seconds
It's
before
like
everyone else.
David Hasselhoff from the SpongeBob movie.
As you just fly, you
his
butterfly
pecs.
stroke through the water, just like a dolphin.
I know I'm doggy paddling, but I'm normally
but
fast.
just super quick.
It looks like the animation's wrong.
Yeah.
Just run
T-
fast enough to
T-posing
stay on top
through.
of the water.
Yeah, it's like when they increase movement speed, but they don't make a quicker
I'm just
animation.
T-posing in the water, face down.
Like, yeah, and you guys, I guess either of you can have it because you're a team, but you only get 1 potion of water breathing.
I can hold my breath extremely long.
Okay.
You can have it.
Did you write down the memory thing?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
After drinking it, you gain the effects of a 2nd level water breathing spell for an hour. Basically, it just lets you breathe underwater for an hour. And by now, the sun is setting.
Damn.
And a lot of people,
Not here.
that was the last heat of the swimming.
Maria.
And a lot of people are starting to make their way to the graveyard. You can make out the smoke of a large fire.
Due to our last experience in the graveyard, when we get there, kind of start checking the mausoleums and the tombs.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people going around, going to the all of the graveyards
I'm looking for
and such.
ones that people aren't going to.
Is it
there would
I feel like people
literally
go to all of
not
them.
be one.
Are they trick-or-treating?
Because the whole point is that the whole city is kind of here
That's a good point. You know what?
visiting their
I changed it.
ancestors.
I'm going to that hole in the fence that I booby trapped last time.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to start looking around there.
Some little kid.
This is out of curiosity. How does holding your breath work? Because I specifically have that ability where I can hold my breath 25 times as long.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but
Oh, okay.
that gives you like a very long amount of time. Like
Yeah, okay.
multiple minutes. I think you can hold your breath for a minute equal to your con modifier. So yours would be
25
my con modifier is plus 3.
yeah, so 3 minutes times 25,
Okay.
which would be like a little over an hour.
Mhm.
Hello, GM Jack here with a real quick rules correction. So you can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to 5 plus your Constitution modifier. So a plus 4 Constitution modifier would be 9 rounds, each of which is 6 seconds. And with Renister's breath control general feat, that would be 225 rounds, which is 22 and a half minutes. We don't actually use this rule at all here, but I still wanted to jump in and give you the correct ruling because the one I give is incorrect. Anyways, back to the action.
I would ask you, I'd say, I know the whole, you said it felt a little taboo to take part in the more spiritual side of things. So
Yes.
will you be heading out for the evening?
I will come watch,
Okay.
but probably not partake.
Sounds good. Just wanted to make the
Toby-
offer that
Toby by
you're
now
more than
would've-
welcome to head out if you need to.
While the water race, he would have peeled off and went back to...
Where's he going, really?
Yeah, why don't you roll perception, Phosphorus? So there is, like, if you don't remember, the 6 large plots for the graveyards, and in the middle of the road, there is a large 10-foot diameter big bonfire that's being made. It looks like people are, every so often, there are Kuharu and Loana, if you don't remember who those are the 2 prominent priestesses that you know of, are by the fire, and they are giving out these papers that people appear to be writing on with these little sticks of charcoal and then folding into origami butterflies and burning them in the fire.
18.
Okay.
Just in case, I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but I don't have anything with me but my staff as far as like equipment goes. Changing.
Yeah, don't worry,
outfits.
nothing's going to happen. So.
I'm just saying. If it does, I have no shield.
Yeah.
But I would like to just make a general
Do you
perception
put your
check
armor
too.
back on, Register? Because it's real comfortable without it.
No, I would put it on.
Are you no, you wouldn't put it on? Cool.
I
We'll go
would.
with that. Okay,
I
so
would.
you don't have your armor on.
I don't want to turn into a zombie.
Raiji puts Renister's armor
Oh, yeah.
on.
I am a god.
Yeah, do you have your vest on or?
Well, you know.
I polished it specifically to look good. Also,
Yeah.
I'm assuming I have the mask now. from-
Yeah, Raiji doesn't give up,
Phosphorus?
Oh,
set
yeah,
down
sure.
any of
I
his
wear that.
stuff. He just always has his sword.
Yeah.
If anything, you added more bracelets.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
You wouldn't find anything of note around there, Phosphorus. Just kind of there. You do to well, to all of you, Phosphorus has disappeared somewhere, but
That's normal.
God damn it.
otherwise you see 2 little boys that you recognize run up to you guys again.
Kubo.
Not you, Raiji.
Oh, no.
But it is Seno and Shiro, the 2 boys who are twins and good friends with Kubo. I go, hey,
Hi.
good to see you again. And you see Taruya and Asai kind of making their way over to you guys behind them.
I want to like look
Give me
over
your
my
nod.
shoulder mischievously and make the little symbol for the club again with prestidigitation.
Oh, Bumble Brigade? Yeah.
I
Just
don't
gonna, like,
remember.
snap it real quick
Did
and
I
go back
I
and
don't think
grab.
I've met these kids. I think it was just Aimon and Phosphorus.
This is correct.
And me.
However, you did go talk to Taruya,
Yes.
and she would have talked about you to them at least to some degree.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, kind of hard to not hear about the big lizard man, especially if
Right,
you're
right.
a little boy who likes to play guard. But yeah, Seno says it to you guys, and Shiro walks up to you and says, "Hey, can I see your swords?"
Yeah. I like spin them out.
Okay.
Are you strong?
No. You should fight the kid.
Stab him.
Are you
Throws in one, defend yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Clash.
that's cool. We just have wooden ones.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had to work really hard to get this one. I think.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I'm 10.
You're 10?
Uh-huh.
You're old enough
Here's
to
a
drink.
drink.
Yeah, I was about your age when I made my first swords.
Really?
Well, I had to mine the ore.
Oh.
Yeah. I had to mine the ore and I gave it to the blacksmith for a year.
He walks over
And
to
then he made
Senna,
the swords.
and he's like, "Hey, I have an idea." But yeah, Teruya and Asai come up, and they greet you. Hello.
How are we doing tonight?
Okay.
Do you? We haven't really been here for this before. How does this ceremony usually work?
Oh yeah. So you can get slips of paper from motions over to Kuhara and Loana. They have charcoal sticks for you as well. Normally, you can really do whatever you would like, whatever you find comforting. You write to your ancestors, and then you put it in the fire. If you do not know how to fold it, anyone could really show you. They're the best at teaching it. She points over to the priestesses again, but it's not too hard to figure out.
I head over there and
Okay.
Francis, do you make your way back to the group?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I won't take more time out of your evening, but thank you.
Yeah.
For showing us how to do it. I would probably then walk over to where, if they're handing out like the slips of paper and the
Yeah,
charcoal.
I do the same.
Kuhara greets you guys. Hello.
Good evening. How
Time
was
to
the festivities on your end of things?
very busy. Would you like to partake?
We
All of you? Phosphorus, if you want to make your way back, you don't have to, but you could have by now.
I go with them, but
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. How many slips would you like? And he doesn't go over there with you guys, just to note. She stays.
I'll take one.
If I could just like try to keep an eye on where she is.
Yeah, she just like sits down
Not
on
like
the
in
bench
a
or something.
vigilant way. Just
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
keeping an eye.
I take 2 slips.
Okay. You take 2 slips.
Um,
She gives you a slip, Reggie. She gives you 2, Ernest.
I'll take 3.
She gives you 3. Gives you a charcoal stick.
I start writing in Elvish.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys don't want to go into detail what you write.
I would just write. I mean, not really any notes in specific. I would just write the names of my father,
Family.
my mother, and then of Mathis.
Okay.
For Mathis, for my parents, it was more of a message of, "I miss you, and if you're out there somewhere, I hope you're okay."
Mm-hmm.
As far as like the cosmos, but then for Mathis, it'd be more of a, "If you're out there, make yourself known to me."
Okay.
And write that
Yeah.
in like the drow tongue.
They show you how to fold it.
Yes, I would go to the nearest
Really?
person to help me.
Mm-hmm.
I would list my parents' names. We
Mhm.
probably haven't talked about exactly what they are. So,
I have them if you want to know what they are.
but yeah.
If you,
What
As
are
a
my
character,
parents'
yeah.
names?
I think I've told you them at some point, but when they never come up, literally, it's kind
Right.
of easy to not.
I was going to be like fighting a
them in
bandit.
mind.
Like, my parents' names are.
Your father's name is Zodi, and your mother's name is Rinthessa. And they are
Rinthessa.
the Vibblers.
Vidlers?
Vibblers. So Zodi and Rinthessa Vibbler. They own a bakery in Wakuzana, and they are halflings. Yeah, but
And then I'd probably write more broadly to my ancestors of just
Mhm.
giving me guidance, especially now with my new lineage kind of
heritage feat.
I would also put the
Ancestry
name
feat.
Sangal on there.
Okay.
I guess we're talking names. Mom's Catherine, Dad's Kaivel, and then you guys.
Yeah.
You guys
Mom's
met
spaghetti.
Mathis when he tried to kill you in my soul.
That's true.
He's way cooler in real life.
Right, G.
I just write something personal
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
and discreet and then throw it in.
Yeah. Like I said, anyone can really show you.
Is
how
everybody
to-
just like throwing them in the fire now, or is it like we're waiting for a time to?
Oh no, you
do it?
just
Okay.
do it whenever you would like,
Okay,
and then
cool.
people often will come and go, and then go to. A lot
So-
of people have graves of people that they know here. Obviously,
Is there more like celebrations and stuff going on tonight?
not really. This is it.
Hmm.
This is the rest of it.
Is this it?
Well, it's
Kinda
just
lame.
No, I'm just kidding. I would just
Sorry,
go.
what'd you say?
okay.
I would just go
Okay.
sit back by Inhi, I suppose, and just kind of be silent for a while.
I'm gonna walk over to Renesteer. Do you also feel like something's gonna go wrong here, or is that just me?
Well, considering everything that has gone on and what we have been through, I'm definitely on edge, especially for our not so alive hooded friend.
Because we also haven't figured out anything about those undead either,
It's true.
and this is where it happened.
Is that crypt still there? Like, I mean, like, is it boarded up or?
It is closed.
You want to go check it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
You see, not in festival attire, but in guard uniform, Tajima kind of walk through. She comes over to you. She says, "Good to
Hi.
see you. Haven't seen you in a while."
Good to see you too. I just stand up and like,
Right, G,
Shake
who
her
are you
hand.
with? Or are you by yourself?
Is anybody being like this? Is this pretty somber or like?
start dancing.
Somber wouldn't be the word, but it's definitely not like rambunctious.
Mhm.
But there's people talking and laughing and like having a good time. But there's no like band playing.
I'd
and
probably
dancing
be like 30 feet away from Aimon. I'd like give him his distance, but like
yeah.
I'm,
Just stare at him with that.
I would just
Yeah.
T-pose, just stared at him.
Well, yeah. Tajima comes up, greets you. It was good to see you again.
Are you here to visit? Does your family have roots here
Yeah.
in Koi?
I already took care of that. I'm on duty currently. Just
Okay.
came to check in with you, see how you're doing.
Doing good. I'm sure you'll see some of my other friends around here, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so far, so good. Happy to be back and happy to have a little bit of time off.
Yeah. When you get the chance, I'd love to talk to you about what was in your note. Obviously, after all this settles down.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
More
Is
detail.
there, how's tomorrow sound?
Works for me.
Where can I find you?
I think I should be at the West Barracks, by the West Gate.
West Barracks. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, Raiji. So as you give him your space, you give him your space is now his. As you give him his space, you kind of just scan out into the woods and you see what looks like a good distance away. No way you would have spotted it if you didn't spend 7 straight days in the night not just staring into darkness until you got dark vision. What looks like just a humanoid figure just kind of standing by a tree. Not really fully hidden behind it, but it looks like they're facing this way, kind of. Like I said, about 100 feet south into the woods.
100 feet south into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I shout, "Hey!"
Just in that direction, out into the woods. Okay. A couple people walking by you, they're just not ready for you to do that. They go, like they just startle them a bit, but you do that in the woods. And you see the figure just raise an arm like this, no wave, just like raise it and then lower it. There's like a weird mechanicalness to the movement. It's hard to make out details from how far away, but
I start walking a little bit towards it, and I'm like, "Hey, you want a drink?"
it just like moves 10 feet closer and then stops by not a big tree, but a smaller tree, and just kind of like cocks its head around it, looking at you. And as you get closer, you can see what looks like just a completely wood construct creature. Just a flat wooden face, like indents where eyes roughly could be. Face looks very much just like a wooden mask, but they're just like dark wood, no coloration to them at all. Just an indents where eyes would be, not like as if there were eyes and they were taken out, just like a rough facial structures of the face. You're probably about 60 feet away now. As it moved a little closer, you move towards it. It just cocks its head. It doesn't do anything.
I just motion for it to come over.
Once you roll diplomacy with a -4 circumstance penalty.
Oof.
I guess Righty's acting very normal for him, so I wouldn't really take much notice of it.
Are we at that grave by now?
Yes.
-4 circumstance? 0.
Oh no.
I rolled a 2.
It stays, and then it kind of moves its head. Like it doesn't have eyes, but it feels like if it's looking past you at something. So you guys get to the crypt.
Yep. Is it like boarded up entirely?
It's not boarded. There's just like a bit of rope that's kind of like strung across the entrance.
Are there any torches down there lighting it up at all?
Doesn't look like it. No,
right.
It's just dark down there.
So I'm really glad I prepared for this. I'm gonna pull out one of my dark vision elixirs.
Okay.
I've made 2. I hand one to him, and I'll drink mine. Well, that's for 10 minutes now.
Okay.
And I'll go down.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you go down into the the room where there are no coffins in there anymore, but it's just a kind of a square stone room.
No, like hidden way in or anything like that. No, like holes in the wall, nothing like out of place.
Doesn't look like it. No, I mean you can investigate around if you want.
I will.
Yeah, why don't you both roll perception? Did both of you take a dark vision elixir?
Yeah, he gave me one.
Okay.
I actually pre-made these.
Word. Yeah.
16.
9.
I mean, you give a good look around. Don't see anything. Don't find anything. There's clearly a place where the 3 coffins were at one point, like when something's in a spot for forever and then you move it, you can kind of tell that something was there. But other than that, nothing really clocks
Okay.
the radar in any way.
Walk back.
Maybe I should calm down every now and then.
It's best to keep that edge.
Aimon, you have now probably
Yes.
picked up that Raiji is yelling into the woods like he normally would friendly, but like it's just into the woods.
Yeah,
So that's a little
Off
weird.
in a weird. Is he like
he's
going into the woods?
Yeah, you've made a little bit into the woods, but he's pretty far away from you. It would be tough for him to hear you because you're in the middle of all the commotion. But you do see him go off.
Okay, so as Tajima walks away, I just turn to Yinhi. I go, "I'll be right back," and then just stand up and walk away. Can I, as I start walking that direction, I just want to stay casual, but can I see Renister and Phosphorus at all? Just a quick look around. If not, I'll just go over myself.
You would not because they are in the crypt currently. So even if the crypt was close, which it probably wouldn't be, they're underground. So
okay, I just keep walking, and then
you hear
Yeah.
come behind you. Yeah, and
I would just move towards it a little bit. I'm like, what are you?
okay. You say, "What are you?" Probably about 50 feet away from him.
Mhm.
It just says, "I do not know."
That's deep, man. I move closer.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't move at all. Aimon, you now see what is very clearly. You're probably still a good 80 feet back, 30 feet from Raiji, but you have interacted with this before. Is very clearly a woodsman. You see it just kind of standing there, cocked head looking.
and it looks just like the woodsman we've fought before.
Oh, for sure, yeah, it looks exactly like a woodsman. And it, as you approach, and Raiji has moved. Sorry, Aimon has moved a little closer. It fixates on Aimon, and it
I stop like 40 feet away.
Okay. It fixated and it says, "He had a piece of my mother, the dark one."
That's racist.
I can't probably hear that, can I?
No, you just hear that. But you are now making your way to where
Have
at least
you-
Raiji is probably? Or what are you
I
doing?
kind of look around and just is there like a gate between us and the woods?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there are gates that close off the graveyard, but you guys weren't in a graveyard at that point. You were on a bench outside of the graveyard fence.
I just kind of start walking quicker and look behind me and not wanting to like disturb what's happening.
I like
say,
low key.
Raiji, that's a woodsman.
I'd be like, what are you doing here? And I low key just like try to be casual about it, but I have my hand on one of my swords.
Okay, yeah. You guys come out of the crypt by now. You would see an empty bench without Yinhi. If you want to make your way over there. I don't know what you guys would want to
Without
do.
Yinhi?
Sorry, an empty bench without Aimon, just Yinhi.
Got it.
Yinhi's
like,
gone.
We'd walk over.
Oh God.
Yeah.
There's a tree
You-
person
sorry,
stole
what
my
did-
girl.
What did you say, Raiji?
I said, what are you doing here?
I came for help.
Help with
And
what?
then it like raises its arms a bit, and it looks to like the arm that was reaching back.
Mhm.
It says, "I mean no harm. Please."
Can I step up towards Raiji and get a
Yeah, you get
investigation check on this guy or a
perception check.
perception? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, perception check -2 circumstance penalty because these
He
things
don't have a face.
basically don't emote in any way other than can't show facial emotions. You can as well, Raiji, if you're
That's
up
a
on 'em.
14.
You don't have to though. 14
What am I rolling?
Diplomacy.
perception.
Oh, perception.
Would you tell me if you're deceiving me?
18.
18? Yeah, I mean, the only thing you guys would picked up is now that you're closer, it seems really fixated on your staff, Aimon.
I'll just kind of make eye contact with Raiji, trying to like non-verbally be like, if shit goes down, just do what you do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to slowly start stepping towards it, kind of with one hand out, not in like an aggressive way, just like a
pooling a Horizon Thunder Sphere. Yeah.
Ding dang, tree man.
You guys get over to Yinhee. She's there. She's sitting there.
Where's Aimon?
He walked off into. She looks and realizes that you're not like in that direction. He went that way. She points into the woods.
We do. How far is that? The night vision reach?
It's dark vision, so
Or yeah.
Night vision.
Night vision goggles. Firework goes
however
off
long
and
dark
blinds you.
vision or however long distance dark vision is. Is that 60 feet? How long do you?
I mean, there is
I don't
no
know.
distance to dark vision. You
The-
can just see in the dark. Is
Yeah.
what it does.
Do we see anything?
You see kind of the rough. You could kind of make out the backs of now like 50 feet into the woods of the two, but you don't. You definitely don't spot the woodsman. past
Okay,
them, 'cause
I would
they're
probably
standing
still,
firm.
considering they're out the woods,
Oh, yeah,
like
for
not
sure.
run, but like
I mean,
kinda
you
hurry
would
pace.
see Raiji behind his back, clearly holding his sword in a way
Yeah.
that is
I-
easily
yeah, hurry
drawn.
over.
So towards them, is it at a decline?
No, definitely.
Bat rat comes out.
What are you doing?
But yeah, you slowly put your hand up with a staff.
We mean no harm either. If you don't, can you tell me what's going on?
I take my hand off the sword.
Okay. He says,
I need your help.
What can I do for you?
I was made
By whom? Or by what?
a thing. I would like you to kill it.
you guys, probably 30-ish feet behind them now, you now see this woodsman standing there, completely docile with its
If I
hands
hear
up.
Renister coming up with this big old,
Clink,
Yeah,
clink, clink,
you
clink,
definitely
clink,
hit
clink,
both
clink.
of them.
I would like just like snap my fingers, make a little spark come out, I'd be like, it's okay.
Well, I already. I would
Everything's
imagine
okay?
I see, Raiji's.
Just so there's not any like fire bombs thrown
Can
immediately.
I look at the rest of the room, rest of the woods?
Yeah, roll perception.
Appear in
Huh?
all the trees.
6.
I would definitely do the same though.
Okay. Should have done this with his roll. I'm going to roll behind the
Hey,
scenes.
you can go ahead and do it, mine.
Yeah. No. You look around, Renister. You have heard many, many things about these things traveling in pairs. At the very least, you feel pretty confident that there's whatever this woodsman is doing, it's at least alone. Which, if anything else, strikes you as very odd. Obviously, it's like conversing with Aimon to some degree. You haven't really picked up on anything that's
Yeah,
actually said yet because you weren't close enough. But like,
I would
picked that
walk
up.
forward, obviously not
Yeah.
like casually with my hand, like claw hooked into my belt near my mace, but like not reaching for it.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
for
I'd
sure.
still just sort of walk up, like
It begins to raise its hands again as the other two approach.
If he starts to look startled, could I roll diplomacy to calm it down? Or just to try to seem, at least for myself, that I mean it no harm?
Yeah.
If it starts to get startled.
Yeah, I wouldn't say get startled. Just sees more people approaching. So
I bite his head.
Yeah,
Raiji's head?
raises its
Yes.
hand.
Oh, no.
Where is this being or thing?
It looks behind it. It looks behind it vaguely in what you knowing directions is southwest, and it says,
There. That way.
If you give me 2 minutes, could you take my friends and I there now?
Yes.
I turn to Raiji and the rest and say, I'm going to go get Tajima. Stay here. He said he's going to take us to whatever made them. I'll see if I can get Tajima and she can muster up maybe a few guards to come with. But quietly, as to not cause panic.
Yes, probably for the best, especially if we are traveling through this jungle at night.
I just sort of want to casually walk back out and put back on my best face of like, everything's fine.
mm-hmm.
Look,
As you begin to leave, it begins to just follow. It starts walking a little bit.
Maybe it's best if I go, Aimon.
I want to tell it just like, one moment, please. Is it okay? I'll be right back. You can watch the whole time. Just stay right here.
The staff.
What about it?
It had my mother in it. A piece of her.
What's your name?
I do not know.
Your mother is... Oh, the name. What's the name of the tree in... Oh, no. What's the name of the lady whose tear it was?
Naren is her.
Is Naren your mother?
No.
I say the name of the tree.
Email J.
Imelje? Is Imelje your mother?
It cocks its head.
No.
Interesting.
Who is your mother then?
I do not know.
I just pass the staff to one of you.
It continues to like face it. Yeah, and then you
I
walk
just
out with your best face
step
on.
back in, and then I first go to Yinhe.
Mhm.
I say, hey, just so you know, everything's okay, but there is a bit of a situation. We're going to have to go. I suggest you head home, just in case. Everything's okay. I'll come talk to you afterwards, but
Okay.
maybe calling it a night would be best.
Okay.
I just have to be up really early for work tomorrow.
Listen, it's
She
not you. I start
Looks
early.
like she has maybe 100 questions, but trusts you enough to not ask them.
I'll explain all of it as soon as I'm back.
She gets up and like kind of confusingly looks at all of the other people around here.
Aemon's leading with his emotions, man. He only
Okay.
cares about one person here.
Okay, word, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tajima is close if that's who you're going to next.
Yeah, I would go tap her on the shoulder and
Yeah.
just
She
say,
turns around, she goes,
can I
"What's
talk
up?"
to you for a second?
She picks up immediately on the tone. Yeah, come with me. She walks, ironically, just south of where you guys are, of the graveyard a bit. Not even like still like 120 feet away from everything that's going on over there.
I just
Yeah.
debrief, but I say, there is a woodsman out in the woods right now. But if she starts to like rile up,
Yeah,
Doesn't
kind of on
seem to-
instinct, the hand goes to a machete
doesn't-
holster. But yeah.
doesn't seem to mean us any harm. It said many things, but one thing it said was that it needed our help and that it was created by something and that it wanted us to kill it. And it said right now it could take us there. It's just south of the graveyard, about 100 feet into the woods. I was hoping maybe you,
The woodsman or the thing that made it, or both?
as far as I know, just the woodsman.
Okay.
But
You are confident. It
it's
is.
so-
She looks back at the hundreds of people.
I mean, my friends searched the area. They didn't seem to be alarmed by anything. It looks to be alone. No weapons in hand. Obviously, it talked to us, and from what I can tell, seems to be honest. I mean, if it starts to be hostile, there's nothing that Raiji, Renisteer, and Phosphorus couldn't handle very, very quickly. So I don't know why else it would risk coming here, especially if it started to hear stories of all of their kind recently, especially with what you guys have been doing, dying. So if you would like to come, you can, but I suggest we do something now
I will-
and quietly, not to cause a panic.
Gather a few scouts and meet you in a couple minutes, and I will spread the word
Okay, sounds good.
of the situation.
When he left, could I have run around? I don't know, like 100-foot radius.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just waving the stick
like
at it.
looking
so it doesn't-
around.
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll.
Go
for
get it,
you.
boy.
I have a +6 now.
Yes.
Can I get like closer to this thing and start like looking at it? Because I've never seen one alive.
Up close. Yeah.
Well, except very frantically, I've seen it up close. But
Yeah. It looks down at you as you approach, and just kind of like
I just want to like walk around it just to see.
yeah, it
Does
just
it-
like follows
Yeah,
you with
there's
its
anything
head.
like different about this. Than the other ones?
Why don't you roll perception? Raiji,
no-
you make that loop pretty quickly. Nothing rings any alarm bells again. You don't see anything scare off some monkeys in the canopy when you just fly through the jungle. But
Unnatural 20.
I mean, the only thing you would pick up on is that there is these things are about 5 feet tall, right? Where you know that the stone that holds the stole is kept, there's a little bit of a bump, but presumably that's always there. You've just never had the time to inspect one enough to notice the bump in the heat of combat. But it clearly definitely has just like a smooth, roughly the size of the stone that you know is kind of like where the soul resides when these things are made there. Aimon, do you rejoin them?
Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually Tajima comes with 2 guards, both of them that you recognize, Miki and Miyaki.
How far away is this thing?
I mean, it's right up next to you guys.
No, I
don't know.
asked it.
Oh.
I would grab the staff.
Oh,
back
yeah.
from
How
Renisteer.
far away is this thing?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's mine.
Fuck.
Share the load.
I should very much like to hold
Bar?
it again.
It got dark 7 times.
So it's 7 days away.
I look at my fancy clothes and no shield or backpack. Maybe I should go grab a few things. I
Hurry.
go do that.
What does it look like?
I give the staff back to Renistir, and then I'm going to grab just anything that's in our rooms. If that's okay with you
Miyaki,
guys.
which is a human man.
Mm-hmm.
All of the scouts, including Dojima, have hooded cloaks. It points to him.
Oh, that is not
Get him!
We beat him
Miyaki's
up.
the hooded man.
Did it have numbers going down its face?
What are numbers?
Did it have lines going down its face?
No.
Was it missing a part?
Lines?
Well,
And it like just rubs where its eyes hole are.
was it missing something on its head?
Missing? No.
Okay. It wasn't damaged? I'm trying to see if it's the android cyborg.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm aware of what you're doing.
Biochemical. humanoid.
I do not know.
Why do you want us to kill it?
It made me. It ripped me from my home.
Said it ripped you from your home?
Yes,
Do you remember where your home was?
Ark. But a place I was safe.
Cut to Aimon frantically changing out of his nice clothes.
I was just
Buttons getting stuck. God damn it.
I was editing the episode where you were sprinting through the city, and now you're doing it again. Yeah. I mean, you
Zipper
could have.
gets stuck.
You could have.
Shit,
if anyone
shit.
else doesn't have their stuff, you could grab it.
Yeah,
I just have like 4 backpacks on me, and I'm
Probably one of the scouts. Now that they're aware that this might be a very long couple days thing, one of them would also run back and get supplies.
there's like a perfectly wide street, but with like one car in it. It's like Eamon's like, get out of the way. He's like pushes it over.
Just throws it over. Someone's like cleaning up a stall that's just so out of the way.
Yeah,
and
he just
he
pushes
I'm
it over.
stumbling
He
into
literally
every table.
stops in place to push it over and then keeps running.
You're holding the staff, Renistir?
Yeah.
It comes up to you, and it like reaches for the top of it where the tear is embedded.
I just sort of like pull it away a bit. What are you doing?
I want to touch it.
Maybe we wait on that.
Okay.
We don't know what it could
It
do to
retracts
you.
its hand.
How long ago were you made?
I do not know.
Do you know how many sun or moons?
Where I was kept, I could not tell.
Were there others like you?
Yes.
A lot?
What is a lot?
Like is
More than us.
is it like is there still like a big crowd of people?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like as many as us here or over there?
Yeah.
Over there?
No.
Here?
Both?
No, here.
Oh.
So
Here.
Were there any of the big ones? I point to like a tree that are more like that.
tall? I like raise my hand really high up.
Tree. Many tree.
There were a lot of trees there.
Many
He
tree.
narrows it down.
But big
I think I
ones
know where
like
he is.
you. Were there
He's in the forest.
moving trees, big moving trees? Like raise
No, they did not move. Many trees.
Can I go up to him and smell him?
Yeah. Smells like wood. What do you like? Just trying to pick up on anything?
Yeah. Any blood?
No blood. No. It literally is like taking a whiff of like a fresh, like cut tree or something. Like just a lot of wood smell. A wood smell.
He's been in the woods as of recently.
You come back.
This man.
While this is happening, Tajima
Normal clothes, Aimon.
kind of motions to you, Phosphorus. I don't really know what the fuck is going on, but needless to say, be on guard.
I absolutely am.
Yeah.
And
You
my
got-
hands are like closing into like the bandolier that I have.
I don't know how long we'll be moving, but if you could, I told Miyaki to grab some supplies for you to whip up some of those fire bombs on our way there. In case the defenses, if there are any,
I will have plenty.
sounds good.
I'll burn this entire
Then
forest
yeah.
down if I have to.
I hand everybody's things out.
It always hears the line.
I'd kidnap 1,000 children
Yeah.
before I let this company die.
But yeah.
I would just hand everybody's things, whatever they didn't
Okay.
have. I would hand back
Monsters
to them.
Inc.
And then, yeah,
Okay.
I'd be ready to go. I'd take the staff back and be like, okay, show us the way.
Follow.
And then it turns and leads you all into the woods. How long would you like to travel?
Now.
Until this thing stops. Oh, you mean just like in our...
I mean, it does not need to rest.
Oh.
That becomes pretty evident pretty quickly.
When we
I
sense
don't
we need
either.
a rest, totally non-mechanically speaking, but if like I felt as Aimon, I was about to not do as well at things.
Well, so
Yeah, I would
take a
go until
rest.
Aimon needs a rest too.
basically, technically, you could travel until morning and then rest during the day. You would be fine to do that, which pros and cons, you're not taking watches in the dark, but you're moving in the dark.
I don't
How
want
many-
too many encounters in the dark.
How many tired Aimons would I be?
I wouldn't mind resting at night.
Since most of us don't have dark vision.
Yeah, you just fished a lot and got dark vision.
yeah, dude. I just stretched my eyes.
You did push-ups until you
Yeah.
You did muscle ups with your eyes, dude. What the fuck?
Are you,
My
staring,
eyes kept stretching out and just pushing, doing push-ups.
focusing.
are you just staring at the sun, trying to absorb its light
Yes.
so you can see in the dark?
But yeah,
No, I stared
so
in the dark until
we're-
it worked.
You guys would probably go till like middle of the night and then stop and then get going in the morning.
I mean,
Yep.
Thematically, that doesn't feel like it makes sense. If it's like, okay, go, and we go for an hour, then it's like,
I mean,
all right, time
it
to set up
already has
camp.
been established. Presumably, you're traveling 7 days. And
That's true.
By the time it would be the time where you're like, if we're gonna rest when it's dark, we need to stop. This thing would definitely not be like, oh, we're close.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. Go for a few hours until we're like a good ways from town.
I'm
more just
I'm honestly partial to sleeping during the day and
Why?
going at night because it's fun.
exclusively because he has dark vision now.
Yeah, a lot of us
No, because it's
can't
easier.
see in the
It's
dark.
easier to take watches at night, and it's better
During the day, you mean?
Better not. Yeah, it's better
Yeah.
not to get ambushed. I don't know.
It's also
It's like you hunt at night for that reason, right? It's like a lot of things are mostly sleeping.
you can hunt during the day.
Well, I know. I do both.
You
of
hunt
those.
animals while they're awake.
Depends what world we're in. If we're talking survival game, then you don't go out at night.
I would say just for the sake
I don't
of
know if you
not
guys
having to
just
move.
make your decisions based on like Minecraft or
Well,
whatever.
it's not necessarily like just being ambushed. It's also just like the jungle is really tough to move through.
Mm-hmm.
during-
Well, it's just
when the sun's up.
The question
Nevertheless,
is,
when
would
the
you
sun's
rather
down.
be camping when it's harder for people to perceive things, or on the move when it's harder to perceive things? Because both have pros and cons. Easier to get snuck up on, but also easier to sneak by things if you run into something.
Yeah, I mean, if we
when
get
you're moving
ambushed
at
with
night.
our weapons drawn, I feel better. You know what I mean? Rather than asleep. But that's my only logic. Raiji actually has very little stake in which it is with his dark vision and his movement. So
Could we ask Tajima? She seems like she knows about these things maybe a little bit more than the rest of us do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess they would
Having
know the
be
area.
the leaders of the actual scouts that travel through the forest all the time.
they normally sleep at night, but that's because they work in trios and they normally camouflage their camp. So they have very little worry of being found. In a much bigger group, she's kind of open to whatever as well. She probably leans a little more to what she's used to, which is sleeping at night, but that's only because she's used to it. With this big a group, there's no way you guys are gonna camouflage your camp perfectly to make use of that.
I like to move during the day. I like to be able to see what I'm walking into.
Should we vote?
Yeah.
I don't, unless Renister is against it. Unless Renister really wants to move during the night, I don't think we need to vote.
I don't think you would care either way. I think it'd really be just up to whatever people
So we
feel
have two
most-
people
sway
that
the
actually have a
dog.
stake here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll move during.
I have the
day.
light spell, so like
We'll just move during the day.
So,
That'll
so
be
you
fine.
want to
Bring
track
her.
everything while we move.
no. I just mean like it's not because of
How late is it right now?
It's probably, to put in like our time, it's probably like 8, 9.
So
a
could we
couple
get-
hours
could we
after
get a-
it become dark.
Yeah, could we get a little bit of
Yeah,
movement?
you would move
and
until
then
like the middle of
camp?
the night. You get like 4 hours out from Koi.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'm fine
works
with
for
that.
me.
No, Raiji moves at a different pace.
Right,
He's already
ahead
there.
of us at night.
What would you like to do for watches? There are a couple options. The more people you have take watch, maximum 4. No. You could either rest longer and take a longer time to travel, or you could try to cut that 7-day time down a bit by having everyone take a watch, so you don't have to have as long of watches. Like if you have 3 watches, right? All of you outside of a watch need to get hours of rest, 8 hours of rest outside of your watch. So you would be having 12 hours of downtime. Half of your day would be downtime. Now, if every single one of you took an individual watch with one of you, because there's 7 of you technically, 3 guards plus the party, one of you wouldn't need to, or you could double up. You could rest for purely 8 hours.
How many are there? Sorry. How many
7
us?
of you total minus the woodsman.
But
I don't know. Assuming you're not going to be like, hey, take watch and all of you go to bed.
I
with
think
him.
So the woodsman?
Yeah. So
Just like Nazgul's us. Just
I think Aimon would advocate for
I think more people.
safety is better than speed.
I would say more people on watches. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would say
There's
just
no point of going fast if we don't get
all
there.
of us take watches together.
Tajima
And
would
we need-
advocate for the opposite. to throw
Aemon's
her
way more
hand in
scary
the
now
hat.
that he's met the hooded figure. Or scared.
Do we have?
Aemon's way more scary.
dude, when I see that guy, I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
So we
Wanna
need to
kick
have
his ass.
3 watches, or is it 4? It's 4 watches.
I mean, technically, you don't have to have any watches.
yeah.
I mean, Tajima thinks 7 days is a pretty long time. Who knows what she would posit is who knows if there's a running clock on whatever you're trying to find. So she thinks it's with this many of us, it's better to get there as soon as possible.
I would say though with this creature, it didn't seem like it was in a hurry. Like,
Yeah, but
come,
she would-
come to the person that made me. He's not going to be there long. It was more like, let's go.
Yeah, but
Not so much like
she would
we
also
need to go
posit
now.
there's probably a lot of things that this thing just doesn't even let
can't
alone know
comprehend.
but comprehend.
I would
So
I think Raiji's argument would be that
you run ahead exclusively on your own, no
Yeah.
rest, and get there in a day.
So
Yeah.
we
We've
split the
also
party.
like all been unconscious many times the past couple weeks.
No, I would say that last time we had an encounter with the unknown, which I'm assuming, like, Raiji is assuming we're going to meet the hooded figure. I don't know if anybody else is on that vibe, but last time we encountered him, it wasn't good. So, like, the safer route is better for Raiji, the more strategic route.
I just had an image of like you getting there and he's like, have a seat. Like you're literally about to have a meeting.
I've
Yeah.
been waiting for you.
Yeah.
Should we vote?
Yeah.
All for faster and less
Less-
watchful.
Less safe.
Hey, Future Jack here, adding this in post. So the party votes with a show of hands on whether they want to move safer and slower or quicker but with less people keeping watch. That obviously doesn't translate super well to an audio-only podcast, so here's a real quick rundown. Phosphorus, Renistir, Tajima, and Miki vote to move quicker, and Raiji, Aimon, and Miyaki vote to move slower, so quicker it is. Yeah, so you can probably cut that 7 days into at least probably around a day. So you're probably looking at 6 now, hopefully, depending on what happens on the way.
Okay.
But yeah.
Why'd you say that?
Well, because, things can slow you down.
Yeah.
Um,
Like an ambush that
or
the
like
DM just
storm.
More
purposefully got us
if you don't
in
remember
worse shit for.
the first night, it is not raining at all, which is the first time I ever rolled that for the you guys set up watches. Why don't just all of you roll perception?
I'm also going to set up all 4 of my
Watch
alarm
your
snares.
Sounds good.
What are we rolling for again? Sorry.
So hot start.
Just perception, sorry. I guess I didn't.
What-
Did I say that?
So I'm sorry. What is there rain currently? I didn't.
No rain.
Nothing.
It's just
14.
No, it ain't.
14.
15.
Nat 20, 26.
14 for me.
Okay.
Got dark vision now, baby.
I have situational.
Nat
dark vision.
2026, huh? That's really good. You on your watch, Woodsman doesn't sleep. He kind of just posts up somewhere and just like stands around. You see him almost kind of oblivious to you, like he's not even taking in the fact that you're like up and taking watch. He starts to creep towards Amon's tent.
I have my swords out on watch.
Probably. Yeah.
So I just like hold my sword out in front of him.
he
be like-
raises his hands like he
Be
did
like,
before.
no.
My mother.
Yeah.
I would like to hold her.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't get near Aimon.
Amen.
The guy that's holding your mother.
The dark one.
That's racist.
Fuck you.
So yeah, no other disturbances besides the woodsman. First night goes by fine. You guys get moving in the morning. Obviously, with full days of travel, you're not moving at a pace that's quicker than a walk, but you're traveling basically every second. You're not resting. All of you would notice this. You had heard it mentioned before, but Tajima does have that compass that she said. I don't know who talked to her about it, or if you heard about it. I'm not sure, but it's basically how they tracked down these what they called the Woodsman Sentinels.
That happened when we were gone with the
Yeah,
elves.
Didn't we
came
get
back.
them some bark and they
Yes.
researched it, and that's how they made it?
That helped them. I mean, that was not made by the time you left. They hunted 4 of them down, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
While you guys were at the elves.
They told us
But-
right when we came back about
Yes, either somebody or her talked to you about that's how they did it with the help of Yinhe and Prykus, who's long gone now. He hates the jungle. And she checks it every so often. And she would also give to you the information that there's a threshold for it, so it can't track down basic woodsmen, only strong sources of primal magic. So like it's not like the woodsman you're with doesn't trigger it. So to
Gotcha.
speak. Granted, he could have been stronger and different, but it doesn't seem that he triggers it.
Speaking of the woodsman, I would definitely at least tell Renister and Phosphorus, because I figured they're taking different watches, about the woodsman trying to get in Aimon's tent last night and to watch out for him.
Something tells me it was harmless, but either way, I don't know how
I think so too.
Yes.
I don't know what.
that could
I don't know.
cause-
Like, if he grabs the staff, is it gonna
right.
Is he gonna eat it?
Or does he become a
Like, I
very
don't know.
big tree man with my essence in him?
Yeah, because it does have a bit of.
What if it
Renister
looked
in
like
there.
you?
Do you have any kids, Renister?
The guard days were wild, man. I don't know.
Oh my god.
A bunch of
You
little
might be
lizard
this
babies
mother
running around.
that he's been talking about.
You're gonna regret that one comment in season 2. That
It's just
single comment.
a perfectly like a perfectly human child just with my face.
father, papa. Yeah.
Father, I am here for you.
I don't know this child.
My name is.
That's my arc. My
I
arc.
baked you a croissant.
My entire character arc is Renister goes on Mari. I did not have sex with you. You are a whore.
So after you guys get to the end of your second full day of travel,
Once I woke up from that, I guess I would
Yes.
go over to the 3 guardsmen. I did make more alchemist fire. If you guys would like to have some,
yes.
I hated that look, dude.
What?
That look you just made. Just
What?
like, oh yeah.
I'll give them each 2 bombs.
Yeah. I mean, they literally got it from the assembly when they hunted down the things, and you're going to where presumably more woodsmen are. So, yeah. You hand them each 2 bombs.
Mhm.
Is that like those are long term things or those infusions?
Those are my daily ones. So I'll give them 2 every day.
Okay, word.
'Cause
They
I-
run out. I'm just saying, is this a long form thing or if like, they do run out? These are your infusions. They do run out at the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay, word.
Yeah. So in the morning, I'll just replace.
Yeah.
those 2.
Yes. Yeah. They
Because-
can. You can easily do that. I was just clarifying.
I'm making
for-
18 every day.
That's well.
Oof.
The woodsmen actually have immunity to fire damage now. so-
Yeah.
Can't wait till all the like concrete golems come out in season 2.
Yeah. So,
Today.
I got a solution. Don't worry about it.
So after your second full day of travel, so that kind of chunk on the first night, and then 2 full days of travel, making pretty good pace. You're now 2 days and some change out from Koi. Tajima pulls the 4 of you aside while the other 2 kind of take the lead and watch the woodsman. And she walks up, the compass in her hand, and she says, "Take a look at this." And she holds it out. And it looks like a pretty basic compass. It's wooden base covered in glass and just water in it. And there's a single leaf that sits in it that it uses as the compass. She says it's a leaf that Prykus found, one of the samples he brought back. And I think you helped him get sponsors. Not the leaf specifically, but the samples. And it is locked on right back towards Koi the way you came. And she said, a couple of minutes ago I did this.
How far out does it read?
Roughly 100 miles.
100 miles?
It's an entire circle that like goes around Koi.
So it measures roughly 3.5 days of travel out from something. It could be right behind us. Could be 3.5 days travel out, basically.
Or it could be more from the other side of Koi.
What if this tree man was a distraction?
To pull 3 guards.
No, us.
What if we ask our, is there any way that our woodsman friend, do they have any kind of connection? I think I read somewhere trees have some kind of connection to each other via the world, like root systems and stuff, maybe. Do you think you would know more than the compass would? How close something like that would be?
I don't think all
He's
roots
took
are
a shine
connected.
to at least your staff, so maybe you should.
I guess.
He might eat it. I'm
I
worried
will
about
kill your
that.
mother if you don't tell me where this tree thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be worth a shot.
Yeah.
You said we don't know how far away. We just know the
I mean,
direction.
I just know it hasn't locked on to anything in a very long time, and it seems suspicious, to say the least, that it's locked on now.
And is it pointing in the direction that we've been traveling, or is it somewhere different?
It's away from us.
The jungle is dense enough that you're never really moving in a straight line, but it is directly back towards Koi. You are moving southwest. It is pointing northeast. But yeah, you want to go over to the tree boy?
Does anybody have any? No, it's not. I just imagine a giant tree like wrecking Koi right now. But yeah, I'll go ask him. Perhaps.
Okay, you walk up to him.
Can I take Tajima with me so I can show him the compass?
Took him with you, yeah. I mean, you're all. She just kind of took you slightly out of earshot for this because she doesn't know all of the guards, and I assume you guys are still pretty conscious about this woodsman. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I will walk up to the woodsman.
He looks at your staff.
Hello.
Hi. I will point down to the compass
She holds it up, yeah.
and say, the like you, but very tall. And I sort of point to like trees around us that are tall. They walk around like you and I do, and things like you fall out of them. That's how they're kind of born. Maybe I got a little too complex there. Like you, but very tall. Do you know where they are? Is there one close?
No.
Is there one 100 miles away?
And I,
Do you actually say,
Yes.
What? What is miles?
because how many miles do we travel in one day? Like
roughly
How many
like
miles are in a
30.
kilometer?
30 miles a day?
Yeah.
I think he's
you
done the
move
metric
quick.
I only do
system.
freedom fractions.
I just want to say, so this thing here knows what direction those things are in. Was there one back in town where you were? Hiding out in the woods there?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would you know if there was right now?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
May I hold my mother?
You can sure look at her. And I just hold it and like kind of show it.
Should we send some guards?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the moment I say yes and it like turns into something really bad.
Yeah. I mean, Tajima takes the rest of you again to the side, and she says, you guys have done a lot.
Is that the only one of those?
Proved, yes, yeah.
Okay.
And proves incredibly competent. We have more information, I mean, granted not a lot, on what this woodsman might be leading you to than we do on what's happening back in Koi. I would like to peel off me and the rest of the guards, and at least, granted, maybe we're being followed by something that's like an hour behind us. We take it out and then we regroup. But as second in command, I don't think I can leave Koi undefended if that is the case. Obviously, it's not undefended, but I mean, it's pretty easy to tell that this is not deeply worrying, but like this is the first time you
Peculiar. Very
yeah,
peculiar.
like any sort of shakenness is encroaching on her voice and how she acts and her demeanor.
Because they had previously to this not been anywhere close to court.
Nope, they stayed very far
That's what
away.
I thought.
And granted, they still could be, but the fact that it's like right back in that direction
Right.
really worries her.
I mean, they also knew the exact range of that compass.
What?
I sent that back in the message.
Oh yeah, you did. My bad. I forgot about that. Yeah, you did. You did send it back. I know that. Yep. Yeah.
Do you think that we should, I guess if you three leave, we could travel slower?
Maybe this person who's been following us, maybe he has an inclination that we may be following that.
We also don't know if anything's actually following us. It could be anywhere within the 100.
But what I'm saying is maybe this is a way for us to get pulled away from this tree man. Maybe he found out we're onto something.
Well, that's why I
Doesn't want the protectors of the town.
would like the four of you to continue to go with him.
Yes, this
I think the four
probably
of you,
would be the best course of action.
We can do that and take a slower pace, be a little more watchful.
I'll be honest, I think you guys have the, unless something crazy is going on, which could be, I think you guys have the more dangerous role in this, and I also think you're more competent than the three of us. That's why I would appreciate it if you continued on. You don't need to.
I would agree, especially if this is leading us to the robot android thing that has been sending these, or has happened to be around these tree creatures. I don't feel that returning back would stop them from coming. If this,
I also don't think the woodsman would even continue to lead us if at least Aimon didn't go with him, or at least the staff, I guess.
This
But
is
then
true.
He has no reason.
Out of game, I'm so curious to let this thing hold it, but I just don't want to.
Yeah, in game, Raiji thinks it's gonna eat it, but out of game, I like.
the minute he grabs it, he's gonna be like, unlimited power!
But I do think it's like
Force
I don't know.
lightning.
I just have this image of it like being like sucked into him, like literally like absorbing the
It just replaces
the
his
material.
neck.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
Amon's
just
magic
really
item.
long.
It's a
I am
really
not
tall head.
getting it sucked in by a tree.
Dude, imagine. I give you a relic and then take it away
Like
by
a
the end of the season.
Sick magic item. And you're like, all right, well, there it goes.
What if,
Micah is rolling a vibe check on the DM right now.
in my mind, I rolled a 1.
Oh no!
I think Jack's into me. Well,
So,
that would be a net
Not
one.
now, Jack, later.
Do you have everything you need as far as supplies go?
Yeah, I mean, we brought everything.
We'll travel a bit slower,
Travel.
maybe, so that if it does end up to be nothing, you can catch up with us again if you'd like.
I mean, I leave it up to your guys' discretion, whatever you would like to do.
We'll travel slower than we were at least.
Yeah. I would just say don't count on us coming back.
Yeah,
but
just the more the
also
help,
we could.
more help the better. Even if
Yeah.
it's not you, even if you have to stay and
We
send
will-
a couple other people, that'd be.
We will hope for the best, but plan for the worst.
I'll try to, depending on the situation, when we get back, I'll try to send some people as soon as I can back down this direction,
That'd be great.
just in case. I mean, if it is as far away as he says it is, they probably won't get there in any sort of time to help with what happens when you get there. But it's better than, oh my god, those rations last night is better than nothing.
In game. Okay. Well,
Why would you bring just cans of beans as rations? It just seems odd to me.
Keep it really well. Just uncooked beans. Just like
Well,
hard.
you didn't even bring a can opener of these because I have to
She
bash
just
that
eats
open.
the metal. She's an android.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yes. So they will peel off.
Okay.
it's like midway through
Unless there's anything
second
else
day,
of
you
it.
said?
It is towards, you guys are probably an hour out from stopping for the day of your second
Okay.
full day of travel. So that first little couple hours into the night and then 2 full days.
Okay, this is not this section related, but this just popped in my head again. Because our combat is much less like small scale, like it's usually if we have a combat, it's kind of more tense and shit. Is there a way that even with phosphorus, like crafting something, this could take time or something, but is there a way that we could make my armor more fittable, that I could sleep in it? Because that was an issue with the boat, and now we've kind of run through that. I just feel like, especially since we're not fighting smaller things most of the time, like if
Yeah.
I wake up with no armor, I'm just kind of fucked.
Well,
Especially because you're
you'll
out
never-
on mission. You're not like
you'll
in a
never have
tavern.
no armor.
Right.
All heavy armor, medium armor comes with padded armor under it.
Right.
Which is drastically not as good for you because you're not X-based. Yes. It's definitely not something that you will accomplish probably this season.
Okay.
I mean, we're close to the end anyways, and it's definitely not something he can do just out here in the woods.
Right.
It might be something you would want to look into trying to get in between seasons, but that is not an easy task.
Can I figure out a way to, instead of make it so I can sleep in it, but make it so we can put it on faster?
Again, definitely not now in the middle of the woods.
If that would be, you could probably time your watches so that you could, I mean, if you either take first or last watch, there's not a time where you like sleep, put it on for watch, take it off to sleep, put it on to wake up again. If you do last watch, you only do that once. If you do first watch, you only do that once. That doesn't help much, but it means like...
Yeah, but it doesn't really have guarantees on when the encounter is going to happen.
No,
Like,
but you're just putting on your armor
midway
one
through.
time instead of 2 times. As of now, obviously those other solutions would be much better, but for what we can do now.
Probably very far above your pay grade in abilities currently to even get it, let alone make it yourself, would be armor that when you take off, it is stored in a different, like a small little pocket dimension that with an action you can just have it come right back on you.
Like
that,
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
That is like a...
And then I have giant electric whips.
And then you die.
I believe
Yes.
that is a 3rd level spell, actually, on one of the spell lists. It's called like cast off armor or something. Your armor is always 1 action away from being put on.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there are things that can do that, but the best solutions
Not
probably
here.
won't be found
Damn.
out here for sure.
Maria.
All right, so I know we have the automatic bonus to weapons. Do you also have the automatic bonus to armor?
Yeah,
Okay.
you already got it.
Yeah, I just want to... I go from 15 to 17, so I just want to make sure that's actually right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because your dex went up and
Yeah.
your...
Just want to make sure that the computer's not fucking
So
up.
they're
yeah.
heading out right away,
Batman.
and then
Yeah,
we're
they
gonna
will be.
walk
Yeah.
for another hour or so and make camp. Is that
Yeah.
the plan?
I am back up to 18 bombs. I will burn this fucking forest to the ground.
Okay.
Oh, what the
We need to burn a path to Koi so we can see it at
Yeah,
night.
listen, these won't be an issue if there's no forest around us.
What order would you guys like to do watches? Because I assume you're doing 4 now.
Raiji's permanent 4th watch. He's
Well, you-
permanently the last watch.
You probably want one of the middle watches because you have dark vision,
How about
so it's actually dark.
we have
Why is it not dark?
Sunrise and sunset.
Yeah, like the last half of your watch would be in light if you're the last watch.
That's lame.
Actually, since you're, I mean, that's just how the watches were.
How about we
Well,
have
Raiji's always been permanent 4th. I don't know.
how about we have the tree man just holding my armor and he throws it on me. Right.
This is not.
How about Raiji just
Throws
sleeps
it on me.
with the armor ready?
You need to get a
To throw it on her.
squire that can help you put on armor.
Yeah. Can we get a squire to make it really fast?
That's
for
what
us?
squires do. Is
my
they literally
armor
help
caddy?
put on armor.
They can have the time, but having the time would still be short enough or long enough that by the time he gets it on, the combat's probably over. So
It's like how farmers get kids to work the field. I have them to hold my armor and
Yes.
put it on me.
Yes, exactly.
So what is the order of the watches?
God damn.
I'll take last watch, unless you want
It doesn't matter to me.
it. Okay.
Third watch.
I'll take first.
I don't know which one I should pick.
Well, the only one that
I'm going to go with second.
Oh,
watch.
thank you for explaining the joke, Jack.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you might not have listened.
Oh, I don't know. You're stupid. So I figured that was in the realm of possibility
Why not?
for you to not know.
All of you.
Slam.
On me.
I will.
So, how wide is your alarm spell? Like,
Let's see. It says area 20-foot burst, but I don't know what burst means on an alarm spell.
So burst is just what Pathfinder 2nd Edition uses as vernacular for a area of effect. A burst is
'Cause it's like
anywhere
from a center.
within the range. You pick a point and then 20 feet from that place. An emanation is from you, only from you. A
Okay.
burst can be centered at anywhere within range.
Okay, I was like burst.
Yeah, it's basically
sounds
the
way more
alien-
intense.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, damn.
Alarm,
A little belt.
so fireball.
so that should cover our entire camp, though, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
All right.
20 feet in terms of camping isn't quite as big as you think it is because it's hard to
Not if
quantify.
we're all
it
cuddling.
would just reach the edge of like the tents and stuff if you're all set up with enough room to just like
I would
exist and
like
stuff.
We're all spooning.
I like to switch my snares to like spike,
Aimon, I heard a rustling
Okay,
out of
yeah.
the tent.
and then I'm gonna set those out.
Hit
farther
the
out.
night
Yeah, for
now.
Yeah.
Aimon, I two up.
But with this one, just because it is a little different than yours, it has to have a verbal password. So the password
Bacon.
will be bacon. I just want one that Raiji remembers because I'm most worried about you just not saying it.
Probably forget anyway.
You made it and forget.
Yes.
What was password again?
Sausage.
That's like that Naruto and Sasuke thing where Sasuke tells him the password and then he
Yeah.
repeats it back. So it's like,
Oh.
Naruto wouldn't remember that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I can't do this. I don't have the materials.
You could have picked them up.
Okay.
If you knew you had the spell. I don't know why you wouldn't have. What is it? It's just like
It's
a
a
bell.
3
or-
gold piece silver bell.
Yeah. You have the
Focus.
money and you were in town.
I'll
so
just
you-
take off 3 gold.
Yeah. You could have easily gotten that.
Okay. I'll put that around our camp. The
Honestly,
password-
probably even at the festival.
the password
Yeah,
is
like a
bacon.
Perfect time. Password's bacon.
The bacon narwhals
You
at
just write down
dawn.
your hand.
Do you
And
guys
it-
say
and-
anything? I will say the woodsman does not far, but would easily wander in and out of this area of the
Bacon,
alarm.
bacon,
during the
bacon,
time,
bacon, bacon.
just like through the night. Basically, what I'm
Maybe we
saying
should make the password mother.
Mother, mother, mother,
is
mother.
you either
That will
would
be
like
good.
he would either you would need to try to get across to him that he needs to say a password when he reaches the threshold,
just
or
get him a leash.
get him to stay put. Yeah,
With a little child leaf.
We could put we could tie a rope to him.
Yeah, I mean,
Just hang him in the tree so he's just like dangling.
just so he can't get more than
Like a
20 feet
pinata.
out.
you could also just ask him to stay in one spot. but
No,
yeah.
no, no.
can I just tell him to stay close to me?
Oh yeah,
So he
Yeah.
stays
Oh,
You don't
close
have
to
to
oh,
the
roll
he
staff?
back.
will.
He'll do that. Yeah, he'll sit right outside
Bet.
your tent.
I'll just say, yeah, can you help protect your mother and just stay outside my tent when I'm in there, and then when I'm outside, just stay by me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Every time you go to bed, he sits right in front of the flap looking in.
That's fair. So does Raiji. So
And I'm setting it. The alarm can either be a like mental ping or like a audible noise. I'm doing the audible noise so everyone can hear it. Everyone gets a chance to attempt a DC 15 perception check to wake up when that happens. Just so that's everyone knows that.
My backup plan was we put a stick with a string with the staff attached to it, and he chases after it like outside of the area.
God damn it.
Just really high up in a tree.
Rig up a really basic. If you don't remember, I think all of you have hang gliders in your backpacks now.
Yes, we do.
Forgot about that.
I did not
Yeah.
forget.
You are all welcome.
But yeah,
You're welcome for having the idea.
We should fly
Really
there.
didn't want to do it, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What are we doing, dude? We should have just flown.
so everyone rolled perception, please. Everyone roll perception, please. It is for the next couple days. It's just a basic rain. So everyone's at a -1 except for Renasir, who is at a -2, and you are never affected.
Yep. Perception's 10.
17.
7.
Also 10.
Damn.
We
All
You got to give us an
right.
encounter. We did really bad.
No, you don't have to give us an encounter.
If it's like the thing, if you investigate a room but there's nothing to find, even if you roll high or low, there's still nothing to find. You know what I mean? That being said, though, an ancient red dragon.
How did we not see that?
kills all
My-
of you in your
My
sleep.
alchemist fire is not going to work.
Do
here.
we want to have? We should talk about it though. Do we want to have a fire / a light cantrip or no?
Yeah,
Because that can help you see very well and make us immediately seen.
No comment.
I can see fine.
Yep. Good
don't
job,
have
buddies.
I can make
How
my
do
own
you
light
see?
if I need it.
I can make light too. Just the idea is, do we want
Do we-
lights there or not?
Do we talk to him at all, keeping an eye out for things?
No.
Okay, I would tell him, like, if you see anyone outside of us four, so him, the dark
He
one.
points at the staff.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
He points at the staff.
5.
Yes, yeah. If you see the staff walk away, you let us know too. But 5 of us, including Mother, if you see anyone, especially if anyone, I'm sure you'll be looking, but if anyone goes for Mother especially,
That's not me.
Shout
anyone, you let us know.
as loud as you can. Oh my god.
I killed a man.
But yeah. I mean, he nods.
killed a
He seems
man.
to internalize it to some degree. He for At night now, he sits facing outwards in front of Aimon's tent,
Oh.
which is still probably not the best view, but it's still better than
I just
staring into
I love
Aimon's
the
tent.
I like the idea of the tent flaps like a breeze, and all of a sudden you just see like the tree like staring at him. He's trying to sleep.
Every morning I wake up and trip over him.
Like the ring girl.
You trip over him. He's standing tall.
No, he's sitting. He's just
He
chilling.
trips you every morning.
Tries to take the staff. Oh, no,
That's what you get for taking mama.
I'm your dad now.
But yeah,
I sleep with your mom every night.
It's true.
My
You just put your arm around him. Look, I think it's about time you start calling me dad.
my bully's sleeping
You know
with
that
my
flapping
mother.
you hear in the tent every night? It's not the wind around me.
so 5 more days go by.
Ooh, only 5?
No, well, you've been traveling. Oh, sorry, 4. I'm dumb. Did the math wrong. That would have been 7.5 instead of 6.5. 4 more days go by. Don't see or hear anything back from Tajima or the
Must
other
be
guards.
dead.
Well, Koi's exploded.
A mushroom cloud in the background.
You probably
I'm
have
sure
a
that's fine.
few encounters with basic wildlife, a jungle panther or like a really big snake or something.
Raiji
Oh,
kills them so we
no.
can eat them.
Burn
Yes.
to the ground.
And what is your guys' walking order?
I'm in the middle.
I'll take the...
I mean, it's a pretty open jungle.
Oh, I
so you
guess
can really
he's
walk
leading
anywhere
us, so
you
I
want.
guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll stay in the front.
Next to him, with him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'd actually
Next to him or
let's say
Inside
Raiji's
him.
in the back
Yeah, just next to him.
because I
take
can
the
get
middle.
to the front quicker, and
That's true.
then you're not exposed in the back.
I guess like
boy.
right, like kind of like that.
Yeah,
like
he's
just
obviously-
very like
How
slightly.
strong
deserved.
is he? Can he wear me like a backpack?
How many Renisters?
No. Especially, how many wrestlers?
He
Probably
picks me
not
up,
even one.
starts bench pressing me.
The sun is starting to set on the on technically your
Sixth day.
your 6th full day of travel. With that little time before, and the woodsman just raises his hand and points forward, and he goes, "There."
Is there a guy standing there?
No, you guys see. Literally, it looks just like the same forest.
It's actually just a clearing with a dude in a hood.
How
standing in the
how
middle of
far
it.
from here?
He kind of cocks his head a bit, and he points again. He goes,
Right there.
What are we looking at?
Can I take a look around?
"Like you."
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
as you begin to do that, he just steps forward, and you see him just like he walks through a force would just disappear.
Well, on it, I
Magic
was
shit.
just about to say this, but I guess I can't retroactively do it.
I mean, you can do it
I was
as he does.
gonna
it,
say if he starts leaving without us, I'm gonna cast status on him
yeah. Okay, yeah.
if he's willing.
I mean, he literally takes a step forward and disappears.
Yeah,
Granted, he could have teleported, but
I would take out my hammer and my shield,
okay, you do that.
and I would. All
You-
right.
You hear a voice that you can't from him that you can't see, and you just hear,
Right here.
I'll take a step forward.
okay, yeah. You pass through this kind of shimmery barrier.
I'll take a step forward
Yeah,
too.
I think we all do.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
one of
very
us tried to come
specific-
out.
I'm very specifically behind Renister.
One of you guys tried to come out.
I'll step in and step out.
Can
Yeah.
we?
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and once you step through, just in the middle of this jungle, there is just a gray stone gazebo with many glowing purple sigils written across its floor.
Can I
It's about,
make an
when you pass through, it's about 10 feet in front
Can I
of
make
you.
an occultism check?
You'd have to like get up and look at
Can I-
him.
be-
Okay, where's
before
your-
any of us moves?
Where's your
Can I take
guy?
a look around?
Where's
We're
the
not a cult.
master now? Where's the person that made you? The gray thing made you?
No. Entrance. Oh, entrance. Oh,
Why can't I say entrance?
You lost your voice.
entrance.
What is that? Why won't I?
It's the
Entrance.
Here,
Entrance.
give me the cough drop.
Sorry, I had a
Yeah.
frog in my
He
throat.
points to it and says entrance.
Oh,
Can I take a look around now?
Yeah, go for it.
guys, I want to step on it.
That's 16. Let's hold up for a second.
It looks like roughly
why
in
I
a
said it
10-foot
out loud
diameter.
before I
There's a
did it.
couple paper seals on a couple of the trees, roughly in a hexagonal pattern.
Can I see the seals?
Yeah, you can see him on this side.
read
Yeah,
aura on this
Can
thing?
I?
Which thing?
The gazebo,
Yeah, what's the range on
30 feet,
it? Yeah.
up to 10 objects. So
What
if I
is-
can, I'll target the gazebo and 9 of the sigils on there,
There,
if that counts.
There are seals on
sig-
some trees, guys.
Yeah, the sigils aren't objects; they're just like
Are they bouncing
etched
beach balls?
onto the.
Okay.
Are they bouncing beach balls?
No.
And what does that do again? I'm sorry. This is like the second.
I focus on the
time
target object, opening my mind to perceive magical auras. When casting is complete, you know whether the item is magical, and if it is, I know the school of magic. And if the object is illusory, you detect this only if the effects level is lower than the level of your read aura spell, which is 3.
This gazebo is magical to some degree of conjuration.
So I'd be like hovering my hand a bit, and the air would kind of like shimmer from me to it. Recalled knowledge for out of game. Conjuration is related to what in terms of this magical world?
You probably
Because I have a book on it.
yes. I'll still
Not like a super advanced
I mean,
one, but
obviously,
something.
conjuration as it sounds conjures
Yes.
things.
So like familiars and things like that.
Yeah, it more broadly, it covers basically any sort of bringing or sending something. So just, for example, general teleportation magic is conjuration. It's any to whatever level it's bringing something or sending things. It's conjuring is a lot broader than just like summoning something to you.
Yeah. So as I'm doing that, I kind of close my eyes and open, and I say, "Guys, I think this is literally some kind of like I think he's not kidding. It's some kind of door to somewhere."
Can I use Crafter's appraisal on one of the papers?
I'll go first.
Crafting check.
Let's wait 1 second, just in case.
No one has approached this gazebo yet. Correct.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
27.
I mean, they look like there is a little bit of writing on them that looks not writing as in like scripture, but just like magical sigils, black magical sigils. And there's a little bit of blood smeared on them. It's not exactly the same as those slips that you haven't
it's very
found.
similar.
But yeah, it's probably a similar kind of magic. And if it wasn't obvious already from the effect of like what you just saw, it very clearly is makes an illusion so that this gazebo is completely hidden unless you walk right into it.
Can I?
How far away is the gazebo?
10 feet in front of you.
10 feet?
Can I? Because assuming if we have some guards coming our way, we probably should get rid of the invisible wall. So I'm going to.
I do have Mage Hand if you wanted to pluck something
Yeah,
up. Or,
can I? Because I grabbed the blood string that they're clearly making this off of. Can I kind of appraise if like grabbing this would have that similar effect?
You'd probably pick that up in his crafting check. You rolled really high. It doesn't seem like it.
You just pick it up 9 times and die instantly.
This doesn't before in terms of magic. Before it seemed more of like a warding effect of punishing people who are not allowed to go in, which is why you got the doomed effect, if I remember correctly on you. Yep. This seems more they're literally just the component for this illusion spell.
Okay, so
or illusion magical effect, so to speak.
Is there like I don't know, occultism, necromancy, something that I can roll to see if that like if there's a certain way that you're supposed to disarm these things?
His check as confirmed. You just if you would like to take them off,
okay,
you can.
Yeah,
all you got to do is peel them off.
Pluck it.
Yeah, I mean as soon as you pluck one, all of them the magic dissipates because the circle is broken.
Can I pull off a sheet of paper and just I want to write a note for any teams that are following us.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like
or enemies.
Yeah. Chances are we went through the gazebo. If you don't see us, I don't know what to tell
Go
you.
through the gazebo.
Yeah. And I'll take my knife and just stick it in.
Reggie jumps on the gazebo.
Beware.
Huh?
I jump on the gazebo.
Okay. You jump onto it.
I don't teleport anywhere.
Beam me up,
Nope.
Scotty.
It might need magic to activate.
Just any magic?
Anyone can look at like
I'd like to investigate further.
yeah
Like,
the writing
same
on
here.
them.
Well, it's safe to stand on it.
It will be either a
Thank
religion
you.
or arcana check.
Ooh,
Religion.
I'm going to roll.
Got roll crafting.
No.
Hey,
Got roll
that's not a bad
crafting with
roll.
like a 38 DC.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Positive?
100%.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
11.
15.
I got 22.
Okay. I was like, did I
Well,
beat everybody? I got
no.
a 16 on
His
religion.
doesn't count.
No, mine doesn't count.
Yeah.
I got a
never said
16
count.
on religion.
Yeah, I mean it's magic sigils on the bottom of on the floor of a gazebo.
It didn't come up as any sort of. I mean, obviously, any magic can be.
I
used for
asked.
evil.
I turned to the wood guy. I'm like, hey, how do you make it work?
He motions into the just the air in front of him.
My swords are drawn, by the way. I just want to make sure that's clear.
If you're gonna activate it, let's wait till we're all on it.
Well, he's not on it.
He is.
Yeah. I mean, he's not even close to the woodsman.
All right. I just want to say, if you're gonna activate it, let's wait until we're all on it.
Yeah. Well, he says,
I don't know how. He just
and then he motions like he's riding in front of him.
Can I try to identify what he's writing?
Yeah, can
It's pretty clear he's just motioning.
He's
Well,
not
can
activating
I-
a
There's no
specific
actual
one.
cohesiveness. He's just like moving his hand in front of him.
he doesn't have like a.
He's not like writing something.
Can I like Sharingan his movements?
He's just like motioning that's what he's like.
Could I join paths with him? See if his memory serves him better.
Your memory serves you well.
No.
Can I do crafter's appraisal on the sigil?
No.
Really?
The sigil is not in itself a magical item.
Got it.
Does this creature not have memories, or is he not willing?
That is not a function of join pass. He is not making a recall knowledge check. He is simply explaining what he knows. There's no check involved, so there would be no. It is not in how it functions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it just says targets can share thoughts and experiences. So I thought an experience of him seeing someone do that might be helpful.
That's the flavor text that you run into a lot with spells, but mechanically there's nothing in there that's like you can help him remember things. You can give him bonuses with your lore help check to his recall knowledge checks.
But he's not trying to recall knowledge.
No, that's just what he describes.
Maybe we should all need to stand on it with the woodsman.
He says,
I don't know how.
and he points to it again.
I don't know. Let's all stand on it then.
Okay. He'll get on it.
Sort of begrudgingly scoot and like whispering, like, "Oh, you teleporting, god damn it!"
Foster's
have you ever
the only one that
teleported
throws
anywhere?
up.
Multiple times.
We've all teleported together.
I kind of blanked that out of my memory.
Yeah, you barfed every time.
Yeah, twice. We've done it at least twice.
I think you said it was out of principle.
I really don't remember.
I stand
Blink
and
that I remember.
like all the wizards I've heard about in the stories. I tap my staff on the floor.
Okay.
A Balrog hits you.
No.
Nothing happens. However,
I
our
knew it was
two
bullshit.
boys that can cast spells, when you do magic, especially because both of you are charisma casters, so it's a very like internal process for you. You feel an innate ability that as a caster, you could begin to draw sigils with your finger in the air with your own magic.
Could I activate my stance to do that?
No.
I didn't know it worked. I activate my stance anyway.
Okay, yeah. You don't feel that.
So like electricity
I
pops
am
around my
burning,
fingers,
though.
and I start to try to like draw, almost like you're drawing with a sparkler.
So none of you were able to. It's very clearly some sort of teleportation circle to some degree of what this thing is. None of you were directly able to identify the intricacies of the sigils.
Could I do join pass with Renister? Try to help his religion or arcana?
Yes. So this is an Arcana check.
Okay.
But you kind of beat me to the punch. You can attempt to activate this. You just don't get the bonuses if you like knew exactly what was written on the floor in terms of magical literacy, so to speak.
I'm not going to be able to.
Would you like to help me? Because it never does a penalty, right?
Yes,
What?
Yeah,
On
no.
join
Oh,
pass.
it does.
If you critically fail your lore check,
I have a negative.
there is a penalty.
I have a -3 in Arcana.
You're using your
Okay.
lore.
Oh wow, I'm
lore?
better.
You can use
I'm
any
better at
lore.
Arcana than you.
His join
Any lore?
pass.
Yep,
His join
any.
pass
I have
allows
-2.
any lore that you have to apply, even if it shouldn't. That's
that
the
doesn't.
effect of the
That
spell.
doesn't include religion. I'm assuming. Just
No, it
lore.
is specifically a lore, not religion.
Oh, yeah. Take your pick.
So I'm the second best at Arcana.
Are your lores really good?
Just because.
My lore of Underworld.
Would you help with the magic thing?
You can use any lore you want. Phosphorus, could you help me with this?
I would help Aimon.
Okay.
What's your plus?
That
five?
wasn't that.
Underworld.
honestly,
such like subtext
Yeah.
of like
yeah. That honestly wasn't a thing. Like, I don't want you to help. I was just like, there's a lot of times you're very specifically like, I don't roll for this.
I know,
'cause
and this is a
magic
very
focused.
internal thing for me.
Yeah.
What's your plus on Underworld?
Underworld is +8.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
you help one.
easily
You
going to
help
be the
one.
best at this.
Yeah, yeah.
Lore
Jockey
auto
over
levels
here.
for us, and he's the most intelligent easily.
or engineering.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much.
We've
what you
also
roll.
done this once before.
I think you've done it a couple times.
I'm
yeah.
untrained in Arcana. I still have +2.
So
So I'm rolling
Smart
lore.
You're just rolling any lore.
Well,
yeah.
before we do this, I have to put my hand on your forehead. So I say, Phosphorus, I know you're going to hate this, but I have to touch you. And I
It's gonna be 10 gold.
put my hand on your forehead, and you're immediately kind of zapped into this like mental communication, and I begin to
So what does
see
this?
the horrifying mind of Phosphorus. No.
What is the flavor like? The flavor text
So
of the spell.
Looks
So
like the
essentially
Lion King. He just
what it
does
is, it just says with touches to targets' foreheads. I can touch up to 4 people and have it happen. We bring them into mental communication. The targets can share thoughts and experiences, but not words. When one target attempts to recall knowledge, the other can aid the first target's skill check using any lore skill without having made any preparations to aid.
So essentially, what it does, it's similar to his guidance. It just intuitively, kind of magically creates a through line to your past experiences in the hope that those can assist in what he is trying to figure out.
I'm not necessarily seeing like vivid imagery of your
Yeah,
past.
it's just
or
like
looking
depending on
into
how
your
well
memories.
you roll, intuitively.
More like your skill memories and
You-
like knowledge help me.
I'd
not so much
say like
visions.
everything you experience is like extremely like structured and like perfectly like organized.
Yeah, it's just a spreadsheet.
It's just
like
a-
a
it's a
Google
perfect-
spreadsheet.
It's Excel.
I've never seen a spreadsheet before, and I'm like, this is so efficient.
Yeah.
You just got to know the key commands.
But yeah, so why don't you make a lore? Just roll.
That is 23.
You get a +1 to your roll because you succeeded.
Okay, so C gets +1.
Critical
crits
success is +2.
What if we just critically fail all of these things and we just do nothing here and go
Like
back?
I said, we can do a lot of work for me to still roll like shit.
Well, boys, we've done all we can.
I'm gonna re-roll. Better. That's a 18.
Okay. So you begin to draw sigils,
Okay.
just like generic arcane sigils, and
Like a sparkler.
there's about 5 of them. And right as the last one completes, there's like almost like a chime sound, and they pulse blue, and then they pulse red, and all of you are wrenched from where you stand. You feel like you're falling, but as quickly as that feeling comes, your feet hit solid stone. And I would like all of you to make a fortitude saving throw.
I puke.
Okay.
Do I still
Now
need
you're just rolling to
fortitude
see if
saving?
you
No, this is
fall.
a different. This is for different. This is
If you
not for
fall-
throwing up.
Your puddle of puke.
What everybody gets.
21.
18.
Dude, there it is. The one good roll for the session.
It's all downhill from here.
21, 18,
22.
22.
9.
Amon's dead.
Phosphorus,
I have
you
a
are
backup character
you are
ready.
drained 1.
Ooh.
Aimon, you are drained 2.
What does Drain 2 do?
You take a status penalty. Jesus Christ! You take a status penalty equal to your drained value on Constitution-based checks, such as Fortitude saves. Lose hit points equal to your level times the drained value, and your maximum hit points are reduced by that same amount. When you regain hit points by resting for 8 hours, your drained value reduces by 1.
So my hit points are reduced by 10.
Yes.
Yep.
Permanently?
Maximum.
Until
well,
that happens.
once you take a long rest, your drain value decreases by 1. So you guys now stand in a 10-foot diameter grainstone room. Similar purple sigils cover the room's floor, casting it in a dim purple light. A wooden door right in front of you, we'll call it, establish it now. You don't really know, there's no windows. Your north appears to be. One gazebo teleport later, and our party finds themselves somewhere. Whether the hooded man is awaiting them behind that door or not, this time our party will be ready. But did the woodsman just lead them into a trap? What is happening back at Koi? And maybe most importantly of all, where are they? All of this and more, next time on Dying 5.
If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you listen on. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if anyone in your life just can't get enough tabletop RPG action, send them our way. If tabletops have taught me anything, it's that good stories become great ones when you have some folks to share them with. And as always, thanks for listening.